Hey everyone, Rob here, and I just wanted to share a pretty cool story with you. So I've got this young couple, they shoot me an email and they're kind of stressed. I've done their taxes for a couple of years and they built the house 2 years ago, and now 2 years later they're just feeling all this pressure. They make good income, they've gone through a couple job changes, but after the house they built up some debt. They just they're lacking clarity and it's putting pressure on them. So the biggest concern they had was last year, for the first year, they owed taxes where usually they get a large refund. So that was the main reason we got together. But I said, hey, bring along some paperwork on your prior 401ks, your insurances, your estate plan, all the details, just to take a look at it. And so we started to run some numbers, and it was just shocking as one thing after another just started to lay into place. First of all, looking at their cash flow, we saw an opportunity to refinance their house. Now that they've been in there for a couple of years, we're able to get rid of $250 a month of private mortgage insurance, just a junk fee per se. In addition to that, they had over $50,000 on high interest credit cards, and it wasn't because they were spendthrifts. It's because, after building a house, they put in the driveway, they put in the landscaping. And so when we looked at, in order to consolidate that off of the credit cards into a better area of unsecured loan, they're freeing up about $6,000 a year in interest. I think that's just awesome. So we continued on. We talked about the job changes. They left 401ks behind with both of their prior employers. Talked about an opportunity right now. If they roll over that money from their 401k to an IRA, we can use this tax law benefit right now to slowly move it from an IRA to a Roth IRA. And therefore, $250,000 of assets today with a 7% rate of return. By the time they're 65, it could be 1.4 million. And if we implement this tax strategy, they could be pulling income off of that tax-free instead of taxable. Then we move into the life insurance. They've got a big mortgage, they've got consumer debt, a young family. And so we looked at adding the proper amount of term insurance, covering, this period of time to get that debt paid down, to have the kids grow up, all that type of thing. And then the last area, I said, hey, when's the last time you had your wills and power of attorneys updated? And they kind of both looked at each other, then looked at the ceiling, and they said, Rob, we've never had a will or a power of attorney. And so I'm like, okay, they knew it was overdue. It just took a little reminder. So again, more or less, they came in with one little issue. How do we make sure we're not owing taxes? We ended up, by looking into their whole situation, just finding so many areas that they weren't expecting, that we improved their situation. And I just love that when it all comes together and, we can exceed somebody's expectations. So again, I have so many different stories to share. I love the relationships that I have, and I'd love an opportunity. If you see, let's share some information, see if there's ways that I may be able to benefit your situation, whether it's like theirs or unique to yourself.